Welcome, Field of Jokes, and we got a special show because we're talking about one of the greatest baseball movies ever, Little Big League, the Citizen Kane of baseball movies, 1994 classic, and we have a special guest to talk about it, Nicky Peeps. He's here.
Thank you.
No problem. He's not going to be on camera. It's just me because I am an egomaniac, and I want it to be just about me. No, it's okay. No, well, you should be listening anyway. You should turn the sound of the video off and just listen. But no, guys, thank you for tuning in. And like I said, we're talking about the 1994 classic, Little Big League, and let's give a little rundown of the movie. It is a baseball movie, and it's a very unique premise. It's about, we'll give the storyline here. When the owner of the Minnesota Twins dies suddenly, he will bequeath the team to his grandson, Billy, a devotee of baseball, who, although he's only 12, has devoured voluminous lore, knows them intimately, and has shown an uncanny sixth sense of what they need to improve. Basically, he takes over the team, and he's a genius. But, yeah, his grandpa dies and gets the baseball team. And this is one of our favorite movies, I think.
It is a classic.
It's a classic. Well, we'll start off with the beginning here, the movie. Little Big League. What happens is the opening scene, which I love. And also, I want to talk about a little tease here. What's the star of the movie is a young man named Luke Edwards. He's 12 at the time. Keep that in mind. 12-year-old boy. And we're going to go into what Luke Edwards has been doing lately. In fact, he might have done a snuff film. Yes, we will get into that later in the show.
Sign Zierling in it or something?
Oh, well, whoever's in it's not alive. But no, we'll get Luke Edwards' post Little Big League career. But starting off the movie, basically he's just a kid in Minnesota playing Little League with his friends. And this is the exciting part. One of the coaches on the other team, Jeff Garland.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yes, Curb Your Enthusiasm right there. That's awesome right there.
When his price was a little lower, I guess they could afford him for his single scene.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot lower before the Goldbergs and everything. But yeah,
he's a big star now.
Big star, yeah. He looked young looking.
Yeah,
no CGI.
No,
it was great. But they're playing Little League, Billy and his friends, and well, there's a situation. There's a rare situation. 3 players ended up on the base at the same time. Umpire lost his shit. He didn't know what to do.
It was a real shame that a Little League umpire wouldn't understand that rule and have to ask a 12-year-old that.
Yeah, they don't do a lot of what do you call it?
Yeah,
background checks.
I mean, there's a rule book. There's things you should follow. That's an easy rule. Like, that happens. 3 on one base is ridiculous, but 2 on a base happens. Like,
yeah.
You follow baseball. You've seen that.
Yeah, it's unacceptable, but thank God Billy's there.
No.
Because Billy Heywood, this kid knows everything.
Yeah, and the old school Easton bat on his shoulder, too. That was beautiful. I mean, that was 90s Little League at its finest.
Oh, Easton bats? Oh, in fact, Will Clark used those in the 84 Olympics.
Yeah.
Yes. No, Easton bats. Yeah, they were great. And Billy makes the call. Well, I guess one of the players was safe.
Yeah, the lead runner's safe. The other 2 are out.
And like you said, the guy who probably swings a hammer for a living and is doing Little League umping.
Well, he had the uniform on, He looked pretty fancy. He wasn't somebody just pulled out of the crowd.
No, I know. Yeah, I mean, he's going to have a beer after the game anyway. He doesn't give a shit. But Billy Heywood gets it right, and then he ends up going up to bat. Billy Heywood, his grandpa's in the stands.
Yeah, Jason Robards, big star.
Yeah, that's grandpa. And Jason Robards plays the grandfather, owner of the Minnesota Twins. This guy is great at playing a rich white guy. He's perfect for a rich. He was in the movie Philadelphia with Tom Hanks.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
He was the head of the law firm that fired Tom Hanks because he had AIDS.
Yeah, well, I mean, he had some colorful things to say at the health club about those folks.
He did not use these lines in Little Big League.
No.
It's a PG movie, so he held it. Yeah, he was not a fan of the homosexuals. But that was his character. I'm sure Jason Robards is a lovely man. But he's his grandfather, and Billy Heywood goes up to bat, gets out.
Routine grounder to second.
Rally
killer.
Yes, and he's a little sad, but this is the point. Billy sucks at baseball. Billy's horrible. He's not good at it, but he's got the brains.
Yep.
And he knows baseball. And they go out to ice cream with Grandpa, and Grandpa is a very rich man. But this is the thing. That's summing up. Yeah, he owns the team. But Grandpa, we establish how rich he is because he tells his friends he's richer than Jed Clampett.
Yeah, actually, Thurston Howell. Yes.
Thurston, yeah. It's a timely reference.
Yeah, timely. Very, very on top of things.
Yeah, top of TBS. Well, back in the 94 on TBS, that was on like every 5 minutes. So.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. He takes Billy to a baseball game, lets him sit in the owner's box. And this is when things start getting good. And
The GM brings hot dogs in, which I think is a very unique dynamic. I'd expect that from a cut rate organization like the Twins, but
yeah, that's what I expect. I know that's one thing I put in my notes. Yeah, the GM comes in. The GM, which I don't know the guy's name.
Kevin Dunn.
Kevin Dunn. Thank you for Okay, Billy and his grandfather are watching the Twins game, and the GM comes in bringing food like the waitress in the place.
Nobody's in the box. No service. I know. Again, it's the Twins, but. I mean, they're coming off a couple of World Series at that time.
Yeah, they're 3 years off of one, right? 91?
Yeah, and it's in the background in the box, The trophy's right there.
They got to be generating some revenue enough to do
no
that.
Staff, but.
And then, that was very awkward. Yeah, the GM, I can't see Joe Garagiola. Well, I'm way back in my baseball references out here, bringing in hot dogs. He's being the wait staff. And that's another one. I'm going to get into the GM later, too, because that's another little thing that got me a little confused here. Like, I didn't see as a dynamic in a professional organization. But basically, they have a manager played by Dennis Farina. Legend, great actor, and he is a little hard ass.
Yep.
GM does not like him. Billy does not like him.
He's got a lot of attitude.
Yes, but Grandpa does.
They should, if they saw Midnight Run, they'd know.
Oh yeah, Midnight Run, great movie. In fact, there's a Midnight Run. Two actors in Midnight Run. John Ashton, he's the pitching coach.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Yeah. He's the pitch, and Dennis Farina, they're in it. Basically, the Twins lose. Grandpa is like, I don't know. I know my team is good. I don't know what's not working here. I don't know what's missing. The GM and Billy know what's missing here.
Yeah.
It's manager.
Yeah. But I mean, he was brought in there to rattle the cages out of those animals, and that's what he was doing. Clearly, it was his first year guy. He's only there 2 months.
Yeah.
I mean, he's ruling a bit of an iron fist. There's no doubt. I mean, he runs a tight ship. He's not afraid to let people know what they feel about him. Yeah, I also don't think it's good to berate like your reliever in front of the whole team about his curveball sucking, and it's a little intense. But that's you got to mix things up. You're coming off a couple rough years.
Well, how about this? How about you as a coach? You work on him. Yeah. You work with it instead of just screaming at him and.
Hey, you got to motivate him. Paul Molitor's not walking through that door. This is a new era. Kevin Tapani is not there.
Kirby Puckett's not walking through that door.
Sure.
Which is weird that he was not in this movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, yeah.
Was he alive?
Yeah, he was alive.
Oh, okay.
He was still playing probably then too.
Yeah, I was saying he could have got Kirby in it.
Throw him out there.
Chuck Knobloch, could they? Was he not taking a call?
They got Kevin Elster to do it, and he was an active player. But
Well, these guys, they probably didn't like the script.
Yeah, I can say he's very picky.
Yeah, they don't like cinema, which is obviously, and that's why they're not in the movie, and that's their loss. But well, here's the thing: this is a turning point in the movie, which I loved. Billy and his grandfather are very close. They love baseball. In fact, Grandpa walked his grandson Billy, home from the stadium to his house.
Yeah, it was a little strange. Like, there's no car. Like, they made it look like they walk. If you know where the Humphrey Dome is in downtown Minneapolis, they clearly live in the rich burbs.
Yes.
I mean, that's like a 15-mile walk.
Yes.
Where he's going. Like, that's I don't understand that.
And he would have been robbed 3 times.
Especially like that. Especially in that, pompous jacket he's walking around. Waspy jacket.
Yeah, his waspy jacket. That's like George Floyd's neighborhood, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just walking through. Yeah. Well, you leave the 1994 downtown Minneapolis. You ain't making it.
Oh, but Grandpa, Mr. Heywood would definitely do it. But he's walking. They're doing my favorite part. They're doing baseball trivia back and forth to each other. Well, this is one of my favorite parts. Where the grandfather goes. Billy goes, "Who was the first black baseball player in the major leagues?" He goes, "You want me to say Jackie Robinson?" But it's do you remember the name?
I forget the guy.
Some guy from Toledo, which obviously nobody remembers.
1884.
Yeah, which nobody remembers.
He was well accepted by the good people of Toledo running out on the field. The openness, woke culture that existed in Toledo in 1884.
Oh yeah, well it's been like what? 10 years, 20 years since they were, I guess, even a country again. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll stay.
No. Nicky Peeps. Yeah. Things are, but the grandpa. I just wish the grandpa would have said something. He goes, Jackie Robinson. I voted against him coming into the league. Just out of precedent, I didn't feel it was our job. I just hear some explanation for his racism, but they didn't do that.
Yeah, that's on the cutting room floor. So.
Yeah, him calling Tom Hanks a gay guy. But this is the thing. He was going to tell Billy. This was one of my favorite parts. Billy goes in. He goes, "Hey, listen." Tells the mom, Roger Clemens is coming. He's going to be pitching on Tuesday. Billy can't go to games on school nights, but he tells the mom, goes, "Look, I almost saw Walter Johnson play, and I missed it. And he would, if Billy cannot see one of the greatest strikeout pitchers ever, Roger Clemens. And she goes, okay, well, if Billy turns in his science project, he can go to the game. Well, Billy turns in the science project. He's rushing home. He's very excited. Oh, yeah. And he goes, Ma, don't make dinner. I'm going to get some dogs at the game. Well, we got some news for you, Billy.
Yeah, well, Mom's Grandpa.
Yeah, well, Billy, here's some good news. You're going to own you're going to be rich, but Grandpa's dead. Yeah, basically, Grandpa died, Mom tells him. And I just wish she told him, like in Goodfellas when Joe Pesci died. Wouldn't that have been great?
Yeah, just starts smashing the phone.
Yeah, he walks in. He goes, Billy, it's Grandpa. What was Grandpa? He's gone. And there was an accident, and there's nothing we could do about it. Yeah, Grandpa's dead, like his dad.
They never explained that he died until much later. Obviously it's understood.
Yeah.
But I felt like, I do like how they did build that up. It's not too obvious. They didn't have like a little conversation about it. It was just, hey, you're alone. You should be dating again. All this stuff. There should be a man in the house. I like how they didn't just throw it in your face about, his dad being dead.
And that's the thing. They don't talk about the dad being, or how he died. No. I would like a little more detail on that. I mean, was it suicide?
With a couple escorts in Boston, we don't know.
Yeah, like they got in a sex game that got a little too violent, and Dad's not around. But but thank God, because that was the guy who was in the way of getting the twins. So
yeah,
hey, Billy, it all works out. But yeah, Billy finds out he inherits the Minnesota Twins from his granddad. He does a video, which is the thing at the will reading. The GM, it's the mom, Billy, and the GM.
Why is he there?
There's no point. I just like, okay, I understand this guy needs to help Billy, but I don't know what business. Like, yeah, he's going to be here. Nobody else in the family.
I mean, is there a lawyer representing any of these people? I mean, no. I guess it's the woman reading that, but yeah, it's like, well, what's the GM's deal here? He's a waiter. He's a GM. He's a confidant. He's a part of the estate.
Yeah, he's a short, which is probably not good.
He's executor of the estate. I don't know.
Well, you don't want to get too close to your GM because that's not that's Billy needs to make a decision later. But yeah, Billy ends up owning the Minnesota Twins and has to, I guess, hang out with the GM all the time now.
Yeah, and you think about this, and maybe in the world of sports, they're coming off a manager who is losing. They fire him. They hire O'Farrell. They don't like him. They want to get rid of him in mid-May.
Yeah,
the GM is usually the first to go. You don't run through like 3 managers in 2 years and like, the GM's good.
Yeah,
he can stick around.
Well, I think Farrell. I think the reason he was hired was because of the grandfather.
This is true. It sounds like a meddling owner to me.
Yes,
sounds like a reason why they might not be winning so many games on the field.
That could be a problem, but that will be fixed shortly, as we know. But Billy ends up becoming the owner of the team, and he goes to practice and he talks to Farrell, played by the legendary Dennis Farina. And he sees him firsthand screaming at players, not handling it. How do you take on that? How do you feel about that?
Well, I felt like he was instilling a level of discipline to his team and an undisciplined group. It's a little intense, and but this is where I do see I admire Bill. He goes on the field, tries to talk to old O'Farrell there, but he's using first grade analogies. He's like, hey, if I'm doing, my math teacher, sometimes I turn it in, and like, I know I appreciate wanting to relate to somebody and trying to reach them on their level, but you're going to talk to like some 60-year-old manager and talk compared to long division and how you're not inspired by your math teacher, puts too much pressure on you so you don't perform as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta do something better than that. If this kid knows like every baseball historical fact, he's quoting, plays from the 1924 World Series, surely he could relate this to some baseball reference.
Right.
You're not going to reach a guy like O'Farrell. I just go realistic out there with your long division analogies and metaphors.
Well, you're right. I mean, the guy's set in his ways, and when Billy, and that's a good point. And like Billy, we got to make that clear. Billy is a baseball savant. I don't know if he's on the spectrum, but he knows he knows everything about baseball. This kid is actually a pretty good choice to be the owner. And but O'Farrell, when he meets him, like when he talks to him, he rolls his eyes at him. He does not respect his boss from the start.
No.
So there's a problem right there.
I also feel like this GM, who should be doing something, if he's bringing hot dogs and executing their estate plan, he should actually go down there and talk to the manager who, as a professional, that's a relationship. Usually managers don't talk to owners.
Right.
They're usually working with the GMs.
But Billy's hands-on.
Very hands-on. Another meddling owner. One meddling owner to another.
Well, here's the thing. The GM, he's too busy, doing the grounds crew. And I don't know what other job he does. I mean, this guy does everything.
Yeah, I gotta say, yeah.
Billy kind of needs him. Well, this is the thing. This is when Billy's at school, and he gets a phone call from the GM. I guess apparently Rickey Henderson's a free agent in the middle of May.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah, and he wants to go to
And the commissioner's office called and told everybody this.
Yeah.
The commissioner's office just reported. Rickey Henderson's a free agent. What kind of deal did he have that expires in mid-May?
Yeah, his agent, they need to work on that. And was he with the A's at the time, I assume?
Yeah, I was actually looking back.
Yeah.
That had to be the A's era, or maybe even a little after. But
yeah.
Certainly at the end of the road for old Ricky.
Ricky, yeah. I don't say Ricky don't play for Billy Heywood.
Yeah, Ricky ain't going to Minnesota. It's cold for Ricky.
Ricky uses as leverage. Yeah, Ricky uses as leverage. They play in a dome. Ricky can get a lot of hits.
Yeah, Ricky can do it all day long.
And but this is the problem. Farrell does not like Rickey Henderson. I guess he apparently had an issue with him back in when he was with the Yankees.
Yeah, I obviously don't know any of these two people personally, the make-believe manager or Rickey Henderson, but they seem like they'd have the types of personalities that would clash.
Yeah, exactly. Ricky is kind of an individual, and Farrell's kind of an egomaniac as well.
A stickler for the details.
Yeah, stickler for the details. And Ricky don't listen to him. Ricky steal home. Ricky does what he wants.
Yeah, Ricky's running through the stop sign when he was when he was at third base. I'm sure.
I have a feeling that was the problem.
Yeah,
but they were winning World Series then, weren't they in the 70s?
Well, Ricky would have been in the 80s.
80s. Okay, so, yeah.
Yeah, they would have won it a whole lot then.
Yeah, Ricky's the best. Ricky. Yeah, that he would not. Well, basically, everybody wanted Rickey Henderson, even in the golden years, the twilight years, as we say. But Farrell does not want him, and he flips the fuck out.
Yeah, but. Also, I just can't get past this. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's what we want.
His contract expires in May. He calls the Twins. So I want him, 3 years, $18 million, a dog, a car, whatever.
Oh, that's right. His demand.
And then he resigns. So this contract ends during the season.
Yeah.
So it's not like, we DFA'd him, we let him go, we have no interest, he's now a free agent, everyone can go get him. No, they let him go. And then they re-sign him. I really can't get past there. I understand the leap of faith you have to make in these movies and suspension of belief, but I just can't let that go.
No, you're fully right for that. That's something that should have been seen okay, well, just the basics.
Yeah, can't we just have some old timer that's wanting to come back or something? You could have just thrown out a name. Yeah, Steve Garvey. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, you could, and then he just wants to come back. He wants to play. I don't know, but yeah, that was rough. Yeah, I remember being 8 and this doesn't make sense.
That's bad. Even then, I think I remember that too. I'm like, this is a winter problem. This is not
exactly.
in May. But yeah, he's obviously using the Twins as leverage, and Farrell did not want Rickey Henderson, the greatest base stealer of all time. Is he still? I don't know.
Ricky is. Yeah, he's still number one. No one's good because they didn't have the slide step in those days. So there was a long windup. So you could still 180 bases a year basically.
Well, Ricky had the golden years.
Yeah, so he was at the end. It was like having a sitcom in the 90s. So that's where he was. It's just that those days are done.
Oh yeah, cherish those. Yeah, definitely. Baseball was great in the 90s, but then the Farrell did not want him. He's flipping out, and then Billy's had enough. His first real big decision as an owner. He had to can him.
Yeah, and I'd also like to know, how many managers is he paying at this point, too? This is another thing. They're a small market team. You're probably paying the guy you just fired.
Right.
You're paying O'Farrell now. Maybe that's why it's a budgetary move, why he became the manager himself. I don't know. But, yeah, that's a bold one, And
I didn't think about that as a budget. Yes.
Yeah, he's who's pulling the purse strings here? They're coming to him. If he wants 3 years, $18 million, Ricky does. You're firing managers.
I did not think of that. Okay, that's a good point. We'll get into how he got the job. Where Billy, they need to get a manager. Who are they looking for? What are the names?
Yeah, they said Valentine. I'm like, was that Bobby Valentine? I don't know.
Casey Stengel?
It was probably Ray Valentine, actually, because he was the Mets manager.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. He played on the Mets. He was on the 86 Mets. I don't know.
They're throwing names around, and it's like, you probably should go to the bench coach or something. They're throwing names. Like I said, I would have gone Casey Stengel if we're going to dig him up.
Yeah, I gotta say, the Philadelphia A's won't let him out of his contract.
What's his name? Connie Mack.
Exactly.
Was he the commissioner?
Yeah, he was wearing a hat and a suit on the field.
Oh, that's when men were men. That's when the game had class. But then, that's the thing. Okay, they go there. he's in the GM, the pitching coach, and Billy, who's the owner, he should be there. They're deciding who the manager is going to be, and Billy just throws it out there. Why not? Well, no, because Billy was hanging out with his friends.
Yeah.
His friends came up with the idea. They're like, Billy, you know everything about baseball.
Makes sense.
And
why don't you manage? I mean, we were 12 once. I don't want my friends running a popsicle stand, let alone the Minnesota Twins.
But Billy was different, though. His baseball knowledge, because the pitching coach, played by John Ashton, he quizzed him. He goes, well, baseball is a game of strategy.
And I get we have time constraints and everything, but he asked him one game situation, why does he need me? Wow. Really sell yourself short there, Mac. I mean, you gotta run the pitching staff over there, and I guess because he knows how a guy can use his palm ball. But I do actually, in today's analytic world, actually, I feel like Bill Heywood was ahead of the curve.
He was,
because he was talking about you don't want to take the bat out of your 3, 4, 5 hitters. You didn't want to waste outs on bunts with Lou Collins.
Yeah,
I was like, that's very analytical.
Yeah,
I mean, that's stuff that you expect from today's management. So I really feel like Little Big League was ahead of the curve.
Yeah, and I don't think it was a bad hire in the end. Like you said, it might have been a budgetary move because they're paying 2 managers.
Yeah, you got to save some money.
I didn't think of that. And Billy's not. He's 12 years old, but it's like this kid knows. Let's see what happens. Hey, and Mac, the pitching coach. You think he'd be more alpha male? Be like, no, this is my job. I worked for 30 years in this league to get here.
Yeah.
Nope. Oh, sure. Why not?
Yeah, that just like real life.
Yeah, real life. Yeah, maybe he's just better as a number 2. He just was scared of the top job.
Yeah, there are guys like that.
Yeah,
Mike Maddox, he's been pitching coach for like 30 years. Never wants the big job.
Did he ever get interviewed?
Yeah, he's been interviewed.
Oh,
the Cubs interviewed him a few times.
Okay, did he pull out, or is he just never was a good interview? Or
I wasn't there, but
I'm trying to think of football like Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, exactly. Always, some of these guys, but he wants it.
Oh yeah,
that sounds like Mac does.
Well, we know why in football. There's a little bit of up top, a little racist, but yes. Well, Mac turns it. Billy takes over the team. Here's the hard part. Billy, he's 12 years old. He's got to win over the clubhouse. They are already. They love Billy as like a little kid who hangs out with the team. Yeah, he's the owner's grandson. Now he's the owner, and they think it's cute. They're not too happy with him being the manager. And this one, the cast of characters comes in particular, the pending free agent. What was the pitcher's name?
Mike McGreevy.
Mike McGreevy. Big-time free agent. This is a contract year, and you do not fuck around McGreevy's money.
No.
He does not handle it well. The only one guy in the team does seem okay with it.
Sweet Lou.
Sweet Lou.
They want you to like him,
He was the most likable guy. First baseman Lou Collins, right?
Yeah.
Billy's favorite player.
Yeah. Well, no, that's Jerry.
Oh, Jerry was, yes. And, we'll get into that later. That's a big turning point in the movie with Jerry. Yeah, that's when the heavy lies the crown, as Jack Nicholson says.
Who's the star,
Oh, yeah.
Homegrown talent.
Yeah.
Drafted by the Twins out of high school.
That's right.
He's his way up. Got his big contract, I guess, the previous offseason.
Yeah. And he gave the eulogy at the funeral for the owner.
And he's ready to fall right in line.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's like, they ask him, how do you feel about this? He's the star. And he's like, hey, if I'm in the lineup, I play. I also question his integrity. I don't know if he has any dog in him. I was just saying when you say that. I mean, be a good guys. Listen, I know he's the 12-year-old, but no, this is our team. We're taking over.
No, I mean he's trying to get with the mom too. So
there's a twist. Yeah. The penis always wins. Yeah, we'll get into that too. Oh Lord. Yes, but Billy gives his locker room speech. Totally tunes out.
I mean, I tuned out.
I did too.
It's not very inspiring.
This wasn't where the have fun part, was it? No.
That comes up. But hey, I know everyone thinks I'm a joke, and maybe I am. That kind of thing.
Well, he's taking ownership, or
he's acknowledging the elephant in the room, which is good leadership.
Yeah,
everyone's thinking it, so he acknowledges it.
Right.
But then he opens with, I should give the team meeting speech because I got public speaking next year, so I need to. Again, you're talking to a group of adults, like you don't need to, rub their face and
right.
I guess that's writing for the movie, but
right.
I just you're gonna lose the audience with that one.
Oh yeah, I got a little lost at that point. But I think Billy was as the character. Maybe he acknowledges, hey, I'm a kid. This is awkward. Like if you're 12 years old, you're giving a speech to the team. Like I know every strategy in the game, but
it's true.
Yeah, but they do not handle it well. And doesn't he make a deal with them? Because obviously they are not responding. Oh, this was an incident. They are ignoring signs. Calls. There was a hit and run. the batter did not swing and was being a dick about it.
Left Lonnie hung out to dry.
Yep, and he got ripped. But Billy was cool. Billy goes to the press, and they ask him, why'd you do that? Why'd you make that? What happened there? And Billy took full responsibility.
If I could do it over again, I'd hit and run.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good leadership again.
And the guy saw it and felt like shit.
Yeah.
Because he should feel like shit.
Yeah.
And your manager took the burden on himself. And I think that got Billy a little bit more respect with that individual.
Yeah, and you need the catcher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he's got to win over the pitching staff. So, I mean, it was good.
But you're dealing with McGreevy, who's an asshole. You know, I mean, this guy's already thinking of the next contract. Yeah. 3 years, $30 million. What I know is.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't be thinking about Minnesota anyway. I mean, they're not going to spend anything.
Well, Billy's got some pockets apparently.
Yeah, like I say, yeah.
But that's the thing he calls the eye. So he takes. But I think Billy makes an ultimatum with the team. Like, look, I get you don't like me. You don't believe in me. What was the deal? He said if we win.
Yeah, if you hustle, play hard for like the next 2 weeks, if we're not winning, I'll fire myself.
Yeah. I'll
take accountability again.
Yep.
Let's just try this. You guys weren't winning with anybody else.
Yeah. That's a good point. And then he brings in which this lost me here. I put it on the Little League speech. Well, let's just have fun, guys. It's a game or something. Yeah. And then what annoyed me in the movie, some of the players in the world, they're like, yeah, it is a game. We should just have fun. Yeah. Like the Blackout, the closer.
Yeah.
Where he goes, I hate fun.
Yeah.
But it's like the guys were buying into it. But hey, he gave him, there's a goal. There's something. We win. If we don't win in 2 weeks, I quit.
Yeah.
What happens?
The winning streak.
We're talking in the playoff hunt. Mm-hmm. Because this first year of the wild card, 1994.
Oh, yes.
And but they're playing some teams here, and there's another thing I want to get into, the cameos.
Big stars.
I mean, we got Mickey Tettleton.
Oh, who could forget?
Mickey Tettleton. Wally Joyner had a line.
I mean, yeah, he was in 2 scenes too.
Yeah.
I mean, he had, we can't get you out, man. And then, he had a diving catch later in the movie.
That's right. And then that could have, imagine if you tore an ACL doing that.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that would have been devastating.
And he was the Royals' big free agent signing, if I recall that, around that year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this guy is a true thespian. Yeah. Let's give it up to Wally Joyner. And the Oscar goes to Wally Joyner.
Yeah, he needed to get Race's Q rating going to Kansas City there.
Yeah. Who was he with before?
I think it was San Diego.
San Diego or Angels? Maybe it's San Diego.
Yeah, he played for all of them. I don't know the order exactly.
I remember on ESPN when they signed, it was like a big deal. But yeah, and he starred in the movies. But Mickey Tettleton's scene when they're playing the Tigers, usually the guys try when they're acting, but he's just like staring down the hitter. It just looks like a serial killer, like about to kill somebody. There's no emotion in his face. I mean, did he go to the Stella Adler school where they teach him at least something? I mean,
he did have a good line. You could get milk and cookies after the game. That's a good line. They gave him a little bit of work. Welcome to big leagues, kid. I thought he had some inflection there at least.
Not the milk and cookie line.
Not the milk and cookie line. No, there was nothing there. Yeah, that was.
I mean, he's lucky Polanski wasn't directing it.
Well, it took 38 takes, and that was the best one.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, I wish Polanski was directing it. I wish he was on take 130. Get milk and cookies after the game. I mean, there was like nothing in his face.
Yeah, maybe Darren Fletcher wasn't available. I don't know. And that was the best they could do.
Well, he's working on another project. I'm sure he was. Yeah. But, Mickey, that's the only one I complained about. But, you love 90s baseball. We had some people. We had Tim Raines in this.
Big star.
Paul
O'Neill.
Oh, yes, Paul O'Neill, which he's been on all the seasons in Little Big League. He had a great lines in Seinfeld.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, this is an actor here.
I mean, those checks keep rolling in. I mean, when I rented this on Amazon to catch up again on him, he's probably going to get 8 cents.
Oh, definitely. Did the Yankees give him anything?
Yeah. Well, he does announces for him, so I guess he'll get something from that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean,
he's got checks coming from all over the place.
But he was great in Seinfeld. That was a funny scene. Him and George with the 2 home runs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or was that with Kramer? Or was that George?
It was, Kramer.
Kramer, okay. But George asked him to hit 2 home runs?
I think Kramer did for the kid in the hospital.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yes. And, the wool jerseys and all that. Great. Actually, we should do a separate show on just that episode. Or George with the Yankees. Yeah, you have Paul O'Neill.
Carlos Baerga.
Yes.
Sandy Alomar.
Yes, Sandy Alomar. Yes, and he had an action scene.
Yes, and this is where I say, like, from straight up baseball scenes, this movie is top notch.
Oh yeah.
There's the Sandy Alomar play where I think it's
Yeah.
Scales sliding into home.
Yeah.
This is it. They're both diving towards the plate, very realistic. There's a great relay from right field to Lou to the catcher where they throw a guy out at home in one of the montages. Just again, fantastic.
Yeah.
Baseball movement.
They actually was, and there was that montage scene with the double plays. I think we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, there was I think they did really good with the casting, and I think who plays Bowers, that pitcher?
Jonathan Silverman.
Yeah, wasn't he? Because I remember when they made this movie, they would do like stuff on E and everything. I think he played baseball.
I'm not sure. I know McGreevy did. He was like some minor league pitcher.
Oh, he looks like a Paul. He did look like one. Yeah.
But I mean, Silverman. I mean, he's a caddy in Caddyshack too. I don't know.
Oh,
maybe that. I don't know about. I don't know where he goes for baseball.
Well, Weekend at Bernie's, Caddyshack too. It's like, okay, you need to be.
He's a big star.
Oh yeah, he had a sitcom.
Yeah.
I think it came out too around the same time as Friends.
Yeah.
And I think obviously we know which
from
one.
The get-go,
Yeah. Hey, look, hey, you gotta get out there. But I mean, he nailed it as Bowers. Even though it kind of annoyed me a little bit with him, I'll tell you why. Good actor. I don't like how he talked and chewed. You know, they say you talk and chew gum. Yeah, can you talk and chew gum at the same time? I thought he did it horribly. It just was a little. I don't know. It annoyed me because I'm an asshole. But that bother you? Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah, I mean, he's a little over the top. So,
Yeah.
On the list of grievances that's in there, but
Yeah.
I got it towards the middle.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I look at little things because I can't enjoy something. You know,
Yeah.
I have to get angry. But no, he was
Part of his character development. I'm sure they talked about that for hours. You know.
What didn't he go the same acting coach as Tettleton? Or?
Yeah, he very well could have.
But no, Silverman was good. Yeah, I'm still angry about the Tettleton one. It was just like, yeah, I mean, can you try? We're paying you. You just look like you just like raped and murdered a girl. Like there's no emotion on his face. But Bowers was. But yeah, they go on a winning streak. Things are going well. But this is a problem here. We got his favorite player.
Jerry.
Jerry, kind of in a slump.
Yeah.
Pretty big slump. He's even shitting in the cage.
Yeah, I mean that was and again, great baseball scene. Like this guy can't hit batting practice fastballs, top of the cage, grounders. Like, hey, like they were actually showing him they don't suck.
Yeah,
and that's good.
Yeah, and that was real. And he was on the bench. I mean, he was being benched. He was coming in as pinch hitter occasionally.
Yeah, wild swings at sliders on there. The one-handed follow through, just way behind him.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they should have probably just took him aside, like rest him, work on the mechanics a little bit. They didn't do that. But Billy, that's his favorite player. And who's the pitching coach again?
Mac.
Mac kind of has to tell him, come to a hard truth.
Yeah, being a fan's not part of the job, son.
Yep, and you might have to let him go. And that's a tough scene when Billy.
Once again, going to analogies about trading baseball cards, comparing it to I like how much he's loyal to him, and I really like Jerry's meltdown there. You know, I gotta go home and tell my wife I got cut, but it's okay because he liked my baseball card. Jerry blew up, justifiably so. Yeah,
and Jerry should, and he goes, "I'm gonna shove it right in your face."
Yeah,
which I'm sure that's how he would have said.
Yeah, well, you know. In a PG world, but Jerry's respectful.
But it's we'll get into that. But this is the real part of the job, and Billy is not. This goes through it down. But there's a little side stories that we talked about. Lou Collins, the star first baseman. Billy, one of his favorite players. But problem is Lou and his mom, Billy's mom, are getting kind of close. Mm-hmm. And this is
our Act 2 conflict.
Yeah,
you know, we got to cut Jerry. Lou's getting close to his mom. He's not getting the attention from mom that he feels like he needs. Mm-hmm. You know, it's hard.
Yeah, it is. And, this is the thing. It's I think it's a little bit of a problem why Billy was too friendly with the players. But there's a scene where Billy, before things get weird with Lou, he invites him to his birthday party. And what was it, the Rapids?
Yeah, the whatever, Adventure Park.
Yeah, Jerk-Off Park. And but he only invites Lou. Nobody else. It's the owner's birthday, the owner's birthday. He only invites Lou.
Where's the rest of the team? Yeah.
That could cause some issues in the locker room.
I was going to say, I feel like you're playing favorites.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, Lou, I know, wants to bang the mom.
Yeah.
Which is, smoke show, as they say.
Hey, and she spits out real baseball players, too.
Oh, yeah. Tell us. You told me this. Tell us. Who played? What's the name of the mom again?
Ashley Crow.
Okay, and then who's her son?
Pete Crow Armstrong, who's one of the top prospects in the Cubs organization right now. So he's climbing his way up. Oh. He's in Double-A now.
Nice.
He's doing really well. They traded Javier. He was drafted by the Mets in the first round. Cubs traded Javier Baez for him, and now they're bringing him along, and he is the future of center field at Wrigley.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So is Billy going to steal him? Take him to the Twins?
Yeah, I guess that. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe this is the Lou Collins love child. We don't know.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yes. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Yeah. He's got that big league blood.
Yeah, he bats lefty too.
Is he
just
ginger?
like Lou? Yeah. I don't think so, but there's a tinge, you know.
There's a tinge. And Timothy Busfield plays Lou Collins, and who's also in another great movie, Field of Dreams.
Yes,
he was the asshole brother-in-law, and
more sympathetic in this one.
Yeah, more human in this one.
Yeah, he was showing another side of his acting skills here.
He's not Mickey Tettleton.
Yeah, I mean, he really just plays, Field of Dreams asshole. Lou Collins in like battering husband in Lifetime movies. That's really his range.
Yeah, so you got 3 roles.
Yeah. You can work forever with that.
Oh yeah, there's a pitcher. You have 3 pitches, right?
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. He's
he's got 3 roles.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's dating Billy's mom, and like I said, Billy not getting the same attention from mom. And there was a scene where he takes her to the movies, and they get pretty dressed up.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little dressed up for the movies. I know basically she's going to get fingered in his Camaro, and he's going to have her back in 45 minutes.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were going to go see Schindler's List. So.
They're being respectful. Schindler's List. That'll be one of our other sport movies. But there's a problem. But this is how it's getting out of hand with Billy and Lou dating his mom. He benches Lou.
In a pennant race.
Okay, yeah, benches him in. This is you got to separate the personal, and things are not going. And who was playing first? You said it was a major league.
Yeah, it was Leon Durham, another former Cub.
Yeah,
and this is where it gets a little personal as a Cubs fan for me because he's best known for committing an error that cost them the '84 series. Cubs go up 2-0 against the Padres.
Right.
There's a key play in the 7th inning. Ball goes under his legs, Bill Buckner style. Cubs end up lose the series. And that's what he's known for. And in this movie, when he's filling in for Sweet Lou Collins, what happens? First base, error. And that's where Gordo's like, hey, where's Lou Collins when you need him?
Yeah.
Because old Leon's over there making errors again. But he's Leon Alexander in this one. But yeah, former Cub right there, first baseman.
Yeah, he looked like I didn't know that because you're a more diehard Cub fan and all this stuff. Yeah, he looked like a ball player. I was like, I didn't know if that's just good casting. Didn't have much speaking, so I'm probably he's a player. But yeah, and there's the thing. They're in Chicago playing the White Sox. Tim Raines cameo, and Lou sits down with them. Sits down with Billy and it's like, hey, I remember a manager told me let's just have fun. And Billy has to kind of like, maybe.
Now we get to Act 3.
Yeah, Act 3, yes. And maybe Billy's like, maybe I got to change. I mean, I know you're drilling my mom. All right, but we need to win. Well, this is the exciting part. They were winning, even though they're on a losing streak. They were 4 games out of the wild card spot. This guy went 4 in a row. Mariners have to lose 4 in a row.
What a situation.
Yep.
That's actually, for the realism of this movie, and anything can happen in baseball. It's just funny, like, that is, like, the most stretch of belief I had from a baseball standpoint, other than the whole free agent thing with Ricky, obviously. Like, again, I don't need to belabor it, but they could have, like, mixed in a trade there as opposed to a free agency thing. Like, that would have made sense.
Yeah.
But, we'll go move on. But that's a crazy scenario. I mean, it comes up all the time. But man, what a finish to a season that would be.
Oh, it would
win 3, lose 3, and here we go, last game of the year.
And you gotta it's time to get Lou in the game.
Yeah,
we gotta do it. We cut the albatross on our batting lineup there. And guess what? They do it. They win 4 in a row. And the Seattle Mariners lose 4 in a row.
Comes down to dramatic Dave Madigan at bat.
Oh, yes, Dave Madigan.
Everyone in the clubhouse.
That's right. They're all watching it. What was Bauer's line?
Oh, yeah. Actually, that was, I know you're a decent human being, Mags, but die like a dog. Something to that effect. I was like, that's good.
That is good. And I remember Dave Madigan as a Marlin.
Yes, and he ended up becoming a Cubs hitting coach for a little while as well, and he's still floating around the coaching ranks.
Yeah, and he's a former movie star.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a big role.
He did the bad strikeout. And then, so we got a 1-game playoff, Twins and Mariners. And, you know who the Mariners have.
Ken Griffey, baby.
Ken Griffey Jr. And let me tell you, as an actor with the athletes, he actually had swag. When he was walking to the plate with the strut, there's emotion in his face. I mean, that's a star.
He is a star, born to be one.
Oh, he's born to be one, on the field, on camera. I mean, this kid. I mean, if I was Harvey Weinstein with my cigar, I'm like, yeah, this kid. Yeah, he's the kid.
Yeah.
And then Ken Griffey, yeah, of course he's killing them. He is killing them. But the game, I did it get tied or something?
Yes. Excuse me. Yeah, well, he comes up. He's got a couple singles.
Yeah.
But he has 2 on, and hits a 3-run bomb.
Yeah.
So they go up 3-0 in the 6th or 7th inning. And then, Mickey Scales comes and ties it.
Yeah.
Later on with his 3-run bomb of his own.
Yep.
And so now we got a tie game going into extras.
Ooh.
When Griffey comes up again.
Oh, wait, but did we get to who the Mariners? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, this before that. Okay, well, we won't give away the twist here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a surprise. We know who comes up. But so then Griffey do something to tie. Oh, yes, keep going with the Griffey. There was a situation.
So he comes up and, it's tie game in extra innings.
Yeah.
He walks.
Right.
So he, goes to first base. Sounds like a 2-out situation. Bowers is on the mound, rolling down like his 3rd inning of relief.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is the '90s apparently, because that ain't happening anymore.
His pitch count would be up right now.
Yeah, and also how do you have your best relievers, Blackout and Hem, still available and this late in the game?
Yeah.
But anywho, he's on first base. Trick play time.
Yes. Billy kind of calls something.
Yeah.
Because in practice they worked on something. We don't know.
We don't know. But we now know the security guard's involved based on the
Yeah.
sign. So, I mean, it's elaborate.
Well, I know the security guard was involved. I had a feeling because he was the only security guard in the whole stadium wearing official team hats.
Yeah, which seems unprofessional. But
It is. It's like, I mean, well, Billy's grandpa should have hired a contractor, contracted the security out, and then so you don't have to deal with that.
Get some Blackwater guys in here.
Things would be a little intense.
Kids are wandering around the field playing catch all the time.
Well, it's Minnesota. It's Derek Chauvin. Maybe he could have done an off-duty thing before things went bad for him.
I mean, he's free.
At the time.
At the time.
Yeah, but the security guard. I mean, everybody's calling the sign. The catcher, he spins the helmet. I mean, something's going down. But when the security guard nods with the official team hat, all right, something's going down here.
Something is going down.
And then what
to
happened?
me, this becomes one of the most frustrating scenes that I can imagine. There's just a few things that really bother me about it. But it's a beautiful setup.
Yeah.
The real snap throw to first, dive back, and legit play.
Yeah.
Second time, fake throw by Bowers. Lou dives over Griffey. Starts running down, and they're pointing for the ball. They get stuck in the underneath the ridge there.
Yeah.
They can't find the ball. Everyone's scrambling. The bullpen. Why is McGreevy a starter in the bullpen? But it's the last game of the season, so I can see him maybe getting an inning or two. So, but he's down there. They're all pointing, and they still can't find it. Yeah, Griffey's just walking into second base.
Yep.
Should you be sprinting around if they're just running around over there aimlessly, can't find the ball. I'm going 3. I'm going to try to score. It's a tie game in extras. But, Griffey just starts walking into second base.
Yeah.
Bauer's like, uh-oh, and he throws it. They tag him out. Music plays.
Yeah.
But what is Griffey doing there? How unprofessional.
Oh, unacceptable. Yeah. I mean, I know Griffey.
Lou isn't going to put up with that.
Oh, Lou Pinello. That's another great. Oh, God. It's the only curse word in the movie. What the hell? It's not even a curse word, really. Well, I think Billy says retard at one point.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I was going to say that jumped out at me. I was like, man.
Whoa. That's how crazy our life has changed.
Yeah.
The world has changed. At the time, we didn't think because that's what kids said in the 90s. He's eating lunch with his friends. He goes, yeah, that's retarded.
Yeah, I thought it was like he's dropping F-bombs.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if it's on network TV. That seems cut. But Lou Pinello, what the hell? Gee, but ends up, hey, they get...
they get him out.
They get him out. I guess the play's legal. I looked it up.
There's nothing illegal about it. Just trick plays.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's all available.
Well, if I was Lou Pinello, I'd be pissed too. I'd be like, what the hell? You guys fell for that shit?
Yeah. People would be reamed for that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'd be pissed. But they end up, guess what? Oh, this is the part. Lou Collins, our hero of the movie, the star of the team, and he tells Billy something. He has a next at bat. This could be the game winner. This could be the go ahead.
We're down one.
Down one.
Runner on base.
Yep.
Guy that committed the error that gave the Mariners the lead. It's a 4-3 game.
Yep.
Who else would you rather have? Lou's coming up.
Oh yeah, Lou, and he drops a bomb on Billy, which probably not the time, but okay. He goes up to Billy. Hey, he's about to hit the go ahead home run. Let's win this game. He goes, hey Billy, I just asked your mom to marry me. It's like in the middle of the fucking game.
Yeah, in extra innings, down, you're in the hole.
Yeah,
just gonna wander on over there and pull out a ring.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you doing? You should be focused on the game. You do the shit after or before.
Ken Herbeck would never do that.
No. If I was Billy, I would have reamed his ass. But Billy's he goes, my mom. She said I could if it was up to you, which is weird. But So Billy goes, what do you say, Billy? He goes,
if you hit a homer, you can marry my mom.
Yeah, a little pressure. Like, we don't need this shit going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of distractions.
Yeah, too many distractions. Like, personal stuff, you got to shut out, but it's in your head anyway. It's like, God damn it, Lou. I don't need this shit. I'm mad at Lou. I'm furious as a baseball fan. If I knew my star player was doing this. So Billy goes, but then Lou goes up with that pressure in his head, obviously.
Well, he calls it off. You can marry my mom anyway, and then, watch out for the slider low and away if Randy gets ahead, that type of thing.
Thanks for paying attention to the game, Lou.
Yeah.
Please look for that. So Lou goes up, but hey, we don't say who the relief pitcher comes in for the Mariners.
Yeah.
Randy Johnson, the big unit, and that scene, the hair flowing.
Yeah.
And he's angry. He is angry. I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised he did the movie. Probably was a good check. But he was pissed. And you're like, I was scared. And I think in the scene behind home plate, he threw a real pitch. He threw one high at Lou's head.
That was beautiful, the way they shot that, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was perfect. I was like, man, I got to give it up for Timothy Busfield.
Yeah.
Standing in the box for that.
Yeah.
I would not have done that, no. Because that guy is erratic sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Randy, the big unit, Mariners, this is the heyday. Throws one, Lou gets a hold of it. It's going deep. But
takes that fastball away and drives it to the left center field gap. Not an easy thing to do. I didn't know Lou had oppo power.
Oh, Lou has it. And he's clutch.
Yeah.
He's clutch. He's full of adrenaline because he's going to bang that hot redhead for the rest of his life. And he's got the blue chew in his dick. Everything's good. So he hits it. But who's playing outfield?
Ken Griffey.
And he is on it.
In a clean uniform, even though he'd slid into a few bags before.
Yeah.
But, again.
Yeah, the director should have seen that.
Yeah, like, why do we have to get him in a new uniform? Did we do this before? Like, why?
No, it's unacceptable. Obviously,
Lou's uniform is dirty.
That's right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think maybe Griffey was like maybe arrogant. I don't know. Behind the scenes, like, no, I'm a diva. I've got to be clean. Yeah. But he's going down on that pit. I mean, it's going to be a dinger.
Yeah. But he's got a beat on it.
Oh, and he gets it. Steals a home run. I mean, this is the plays of the week right here. Probably the number one play of the week.
Oh, yeah, especially in the game situation. You kidding me? A runner on, that's a go-ahead. That's a game winner right there.
And his Griffey's vertical jump, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
He gets it. The Mariners end up winning the game, wild card tying game, and they go on to the playoffs.
Where I'm sure they lost to the Yankees.
They probably did. Yeah, you got Paul O'Neill. He's the next Cary Grant. But yeah, they lose. But that's why I was glad they didn't end it with them winning. The harsh reality. But Billy goes in the locker room and praises them, but comes to a realization. He needs to be a kid. And he tells the team, guys, I enjoyed working with you. I'll still be your owner. I own black guys. But no, he was like, guys, I'll still be your owner, but I got to be a kid. I like riding my bike with my friends and, striking out and choking Little League games. And guess who he puts the manager?
Yeah.
Who does he promote?
Oh, Mac.
Mac gets the head job, and I hope Mac has the stomach for it. But then also he brings back as a hitting coach.
Old Jerry.
Jerry. He fired Jerry, and Jerry was not having it, but,
It was time.
Yeah.
Life after baseball.
Yeah, it's like take some time away, think about it, because I'm sure Jerry was not getting picked up anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
He's below the Mason-Dixon line.
I'm sure he's hitting under the Mendoza line.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, so I'm sure Jerry's wife was like, "You need to take that hitting coach job because we need money." And because Lou or May, what's his name? The pitching coach.
Oh, Mac.
See, I should have known that. We're doing a movie podcast, don't know the characters' names. But yeah, he ends up getting the job. Billy's back being a kid, and but he still owns the team. And man, I think the Twins are in good hands. I think, but like I said, with the GM and stuff, you're gonna have to make a hard decision, Billy. You think firing your favorite player was rough? I mean, you're gonna have to fire your mentors. There comes the time.
Yeah, but he stepped up.
He did. I think.
There's some good leadership skills he exhibited in that.
Yeah, I thought he did it pretty early on, and I hope he, like you said, I think he's thriving in this day and age in baseball.
Oh yeah,
the way the game has changed.
And he's only like 43 now, so I'm sure he's still in the prime.
Right. Before we go, I just want to I brought up something at the beginning of the show. The actor. Let me get my notes here. Where was
Luke Edwards, I believe.
Luke Edwards. Yes, I go before the show. I said, "What is Luke Edwards doing now?" And I mentioned he might be in a snuff film. And if you guys don't know what a snuff film is, it's like a violent pornographic film where the woman usually dies. Let me get back my IMDb. Here we go. This is so bad of me. Okay, but basically, Luke Edwards, he does one of the movies. He's not really in a snuff film; it's illegal. He's doing in 2017 he did a comedy called something about a snuff film, where the premise of the movie was him and a guy want to make a snuff film, and it's a comedy, by the way, and get the girl. But the problem is the girl ends up going after them, getting them, trying to kill them. So yes,
this is like the sequel to 8mm.
Gandolfini could not do that. I'm glad he turned it down. But yeah, I watched the trailer. It is funny, even though it's a very dark premise. The girl's hot in it. Yeah, Billy's wearing an Obama mask, and the guy's wearing a leather zipper mask, and it's just then it's kind of like Home Alone. It's like a violent, yeah, it's like Home Alone, where the robbers get taken advantage of. The victim takes charge.
I miss like a Dirty Rocket and Scoundrels type of flip.
Yes,
except we're doing it for the in the beginning as opposed to the very end.
Right. Yeah. It's I gotta tell you, we might review that movie next time. I don't know, but no, Luke Edwards.
Gotta find it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's on Apple. Believe me. But no, Nikki Peeps. Thank you so much. Will you come back to another movie?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.
Yeah, good. We'll pick one out that we cherish. But we did Little Big League, and on behalf, we got my producer, my consigliere, Josh. He came back for the last inning. Thank you for checking out Field of Jokes. Next time.